Hi. I need to talk astrology while it's on my mind so that I can go ahead and have answers for these things for people that ask me, and I can just be like, here is this bank of information. So I need to talk about Neptune in this video. I can't get my computer pulled up. It's messing up on me. And I need apparently new audio equipment. I don't know. But right now, I need to talk about Neptune. So, Neptune's where we're at right now in 2024. Neptune is doing this teeter-totter dance on the cusp of Pisces and Aries, and it's just going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Like, it'll stop in 2027. The beginning of 2027, it will stop this madness, but it's going to be doing this. And we're spiritually going to go back and forth between it being about other people and everybody else and how we are emotionally XYZ with people and spiritually. So Neptune is all about the spirit, and Neptune is the ethereal. I tell people, be in the presence of God. That's Neptune, is feeling that feeling that you're in the presence of God or something greater, whatever you want to call it. I'm not a Christian. Don't hold me to that. But you know what I'm trying to say here. And I know my office is a mess. My computer's not working, so I can't. Neptune is doing a teeter-totter between Pisces, which we have been in that place, and Aries, which is the selfish spirit. It's, you know what, I'm going to do for me. And that's going to be a collective thing. And that's it's a whole other chapter. Like, we're going to be opening the next spiritual. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. We're going into uncharted territory spiritually. We're starting over. We're starting from scratch. We are going back to basics, bitch, in Aries. Like, your whole spiritual outlook that we've all kind of come to a place that we've accepted. But at that point, now we're moving into, oh, shit's getting real. God, whatever you want to call Allah, the greater power, it's whatever it is, and we all know what I'm talking about. Whatever it is going to, we're going to get connected quick. It's fire, it's passion, it's drive, it's a whole new way of doing things. So that's starting in 2027. Now, the beginning of degrees of any sign, which by this point we should be kind of past that just a little bit, where we're like out of the woods after 2027. And then this is going to be the new this is going to be the new decade, really, of life. And it's a whole new way of doing things. So while Neptune is in Aries from up until 2037, at that point, and then it'll do its teeter-totter between Aries and Taurus. So in 2037, that's when that teeter-totter will begin. But what does the next decade look like? Well, I'm only talking about Neptune. We're not including all the other planets that are going to be doing all kinds of other things, because if you go back to my Pluto video, that's what's going to be, because I did the Pluto video up until 2043. I'm doing this one up until 2040. And maybe a little bit after, but it'll be about the same time span as Pluto, so that everybody can have the next 20 years, at least, of these two planets. I'll try and make a series. Besides the point. So we have Neptune in Aries. It's gonna start out, everything starts out badly when you first start it. Nobody is good. There are some people that are good at it the first time. They're just natural. They're just a natural. Those are going to be your fire signs that just naturally click into place with all of this, right? It's going to be the other signs that struggle. It depends on your other placements. It depends on the other place. I'm not doing every single thing right at this very second through 2043. I'm just doing Neptune. But Neptune is going to be my spirit. Where do I feel it in my spirit? Where is the good? It's going to be so in a whole other light that we are not even expecting right now, on a whole other spiritual level. And that's going to be the entire time. Towards the end, we will have learned the lessons of Aries, which the lessons that you'll see that come through Aries is take a deep breath. Aries will move and move and move and move and talk and talk and talk and talk and go and go and go. And they don't care. They're about them. So the lesson that Aries always needs to learn, shut the fuck out. Because the good side of Aries won't come until towards the end of the decade. And the good side of Aries is that confidence that I'm like, the level of spirituality that we will have is, you know what, God's got me, I got God. That's it. Back and forth. We good. Now, I will say more atheists may come out at this time, because with one side of everything, there's another. We're going to be finding out information about spirituality that will reshape how us as a whole in the world will view society, or at least that's the goal, right? By the end of Aries, we will have gotten this information. We will have received the fact that we are very much involved. Everything is very much involved. And every single cell, every single organism has a purpose, is interconnected. Because I believe in, if nothing else, interdimensional. That's my personal belief. After we get Neptune out of Aries, which is going to be a very powerful place, because that's not its home. In Pisces, Neptune is at home. Where it is right now is at home. So when I tell you we're going into completely uncharted territory spiritually, I really mean it. Because it'll be like nothing anybody has ever seen in the history of it, and it happens especially with where all of the other planets are kind of at their own speed during this whole we're coming into a time, okay? There's a whole lot going on. Besides the point, when Neptune gets out of Aries and goes into Taurus, that's going to be another change. Now it's going to be about spirituality in the home. Now it's going to be my values. Like, what are the things that I really value at this time in my life? How it's very it's like we're learning how to. We did the modernization, right? And it's like we're learning how to come back to our roots and into Mother Earth. And it'll be because of stuff going on with Pluto and stuff coming up with other planets. There will definitely feel like the whole world will have just taken a step back and gone, maybe we do need smaller communities. Maybe we shouldn't be this broadly interconnected. Now, that's not for another 20-something years, and that's if it's good. If it's bad, then we are going to have a spiritual war, because Aries is all about war and Neptune is all about the spirit, so it's liable to be Muslims versus Christians, or just name... and those are always, religions are always a reason for war, but like that's the bad notes. The bad notes for Aries going into Taurus is that your house is going to be tore the fuck up. Like, anyway, everything can be good and bad. What I'm trying to do is spread good messages. So let's do that. Let's not tear the house down. Let's not go to war. Anyway. It's been my 10 minutes. Peace out, fam. Love.